All right, guys, so welcome back to the channel. This is the Ian West Network, and today we're going to review the Airpod 4s. I haven't had them too long, but I have been using them for a little bit for right now, just a couple days or so, and I figured, hey, they're Airpods. How long do I really need them to do a review? I've owned other pairs, so you kind of get the gist of the quality of Apple. Now, granted, music quality is really good, but we are going to talk a little bit about specs right now. Hit the description of the video and go to the part that you want to see. Everything is time-stamped if you don't want to hear me ramble on this. But we're going to go over some of the specifications right here and then move into this video. So again, Apple loves making things sound better than what it is. So right here, I'm reading from the website, custom high excursion Apple drivers, right? Custom high dynamic range amplifier, just basic drivers, nothing out of the ordinary. Voice isolation, personalized spatial audio with dynamic head tracking. Now that aspect is really good, and I was surprised about that. I use that and I don't turn it off at all. Normally I don't use spatial audio in my headsets, but in this particular one, it's the only feature involved in it, so I decided to use it. Adaptive EQ, and it says vent system for pressure equalization. It's basic vents that go into the buds themselves. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Don't let them trick you with beautiful words. Anyway, you do have sensors, motion detector, speech detecting, force sensor, optical and air. Speech detecting is the music will actually lower when you're speaking to someone and then it'll go back up, or it can actually listen to your surroundings and raise the volume up or down according to those surroundings. I have tried that. I'm not a huge fan of that because there's times when I want to jam out to the music and it lowers it automatically for safety of hearing, which is a good feature, especially for younger teens and adults or younger children. It'll lower the music accordingly. Of course, you can manually turn it back up, but it will, register, listen to everything around it and lower it again. So that is a pretty cool feature. You have the option to turn it off if you want to, though. It does have the H2 chip inside. Of course, you have the Siri commands. I'm not going to say it because I'm recording on iPhone at this moment. I do want to mention this, though. I'm going to talk about battery life in a little bit. I did get it wrong in the video, so I re-recorded the intro so that we get everything correctly, so disregard later on. But anyway, dust, sweat, and water resistant for IP54. That is not the case. That is just the earbuds themselves. My suggestion is to also get the Apple Care so you can replace these in case something happens. I think that's actually a really cool feature that they do. This is USB-C, no wireless charging, and apparently it doesn't have my Find My approximate view. I don't know why they wouldn't put that in all of their products, but the model that has wireless charging has the Find My feature, while the one that's $129, $130 gets you absolutely nothing. That's wild. 5 hours of listening time on a single charge, that's mediocre. 4.5 hours on a single charge of talk time. I did mention later in the video about 3.5 to 4 hours. I got that information wrong, so I'm correcting it right here in the intro. That's below industry standard, for being completely honest. Most earbuds are at least 8 hours of listening time. Some are 10, some are 12, some are 13 or higher. And we're talking about stuff like this, 10 hours. We're talking about stuff like this, 12 hours. We're talking about stuff like this, 8 hours. We're talking about stuff like this, 10 hours. It's like, y'all got to do better. For again, the sound is amazing, but this is just egregious. Up to 30 hours of listening time, up to 20 of talk time total if you look at the full battery life of the case, including the actual buds themselves. 5 minutes of charge gives you about an hour of listening time or 45 minutes of talk time. So it does not have fast charging at all. That's actually very slow according to the industry. Bluetooth 5.3 wireless technology, not bad. Our Airpods, I'm reading this over here. So outside of that, that's pretty much all the specifications of the buds themselves. And the last slap in the face is the fact that they don't come with a USB-C wired cable. You just get the earbuds inside the box as is, and that is basically it. That is honestly disgusting, but it's Apple. I'm not really surprised about that, and I won't be surprised if Samsung and other companies follow suit shortly enough if they didn't already. But anyway, that was a long intro. Let's get right into this video. For anyone watching this, yeah, this is it's not gonna be as bad as the videos you think. I actually like the buds a lot and what they're capable of doing. I just don't like some of the practices that Apple have, and I'm not afraid to say it because, hey, I'm not partnered with them. Anyway, let's get right into this review. Timestamps are in the description, and hopefully you enjoy it. Here we go. So there are actually two ways to sync these buds. Let's go over both of them real fast. So the first one is going to be going to the Bluetooth settings, open up the case, and I'm actually finding it in the other devices. That's more so the Android method that you're going to use to do this, whether you're using a PC or an Android. Apple's method is a little bit different. You can actually stay on the main screen right here. All you have to do is flip open the case, give it a couple seconds, and it's going to pop up the Airpods. Now, I haven't renamed mine yet, and they are pretty new. It's called Not Your Earpods. We're going to go ahead and tap that. And where you see the light normally is, you just tap that twice. See if it can pop up. Come on, double tap. Don't make me look crazy. That's funny. I just did this a moment ago. Do it again. Here we go. There we go. Now it's registering. Where that light is, you tap twice. Even though it said tap at the bottom, I always tap on the light and it seems to work well for me. I don't know why they did that. That seems a lot more difficult than the older way of going to AirPods, but simple enough, right? So from there, we're going to go to the Bluetooth settings. Now that they're connected, because the case is open, we're going to hit the little I right here. You can rename your AirPods if you choose to right here. You have the answer for tap once on the AirPods themselves. You have mute and unmute, press once, which you only don't have many options when it comes to customization. It's basically one press and two presses. And then you have the end call, which is one press and two presses. And that's pretty much it right there. You have the personalized volume, as you can see. In-ear detection, I suggest keep that on because it will actually disconnect if the earbud comes out of your ear, and it'll start playing whatever it is that you're playing again if the earbuds are in your ear. That's if you're in the current application. Otherwise, you'll have to press pause and play and things like that. You do have the personalized spatial audio, which works very, very well, by the way. Normally, I don't really use spatial audio like that because other earbuds have so many features, but because they are AirPods, they normally specialize on a few features that they have, and I can honestly say that the spatial audio is very crisp and clear. We'll talk about that in another section. Lastly, we have the microphones, which are automatic. I don't know why you would switch this. So it says switch AirPods. So if you're using a left ear by itself, it'll work with the microphones. If you're using a right ear for itself, it'll work with the microphones. And if you're using both, I'm assuming it's both microphones at the same time. And then you have always left, always right, which is, I guess, is for a person that may be hard of hearing, or some people don't have hearing in certain ears, so one of the AirPods don't work for them. This will work for you just fine in this regard. But if you have it in automatic, you should be good to go. You also have the option for head gestures, which is up and down for accept and ready for answering calls, and decline and dismiss for shaking your head left to right. Now, I have tried this and it did work. I actually found myself doing this from time to time when I received a phone call and I just wasn't really paying attention, and I happened to be jamming to a song and I turned my head, I'm on a train or something, and it did actually hang up the call. Now, what I'm going to say about this is if you're sensitive to touches and like you're prone to movements a lot, let's say you twitch and things like that, or you have some type of epilepsy, not epilepsy, but just some type of shaking, Parkinson's, whatever it is, you may want to consider turning this off because you don't want it to accidentally answer or decline calls, just like a safety feature for anyone in the have a medical issue. But again, consult with your doctor. I'm not your doctor over here. You do have optimized charging for the actual case itself. I turned that off because I don't want it to slow down as it gets to 100%. And then we have some accessibility features right here for the pressing speed for the front of the case itself. You have the hold duration, so this will actually change based on your system preferences themselves. But outside of that, it doesn't have much customization if we're being completely honest here. And you do actually have, I believe it's 2 months, up to 2 months for the warranty for these buds. You just pay a certain amount of money, and then something happens, you can actually go to Apple and replace them. But just make sure that they're all registered and good to go under your Apple ID. Otherwise, if you don't sync them and someone takes them, you're pretty much screwed from my understanding. But with that being said, syncing the buds is very, very simple. You shouldn't have any problems, and these are the settings that are available to you immediately outside of the text to talk and things like that. So just keep that in mind. So there's actually a couple more things that I need to mention about the earbuds real fast when it comes to notifications. All the settings and features that you just saw is strictly on Apple iOS devices. If you're using an Android, none of those features are going to come up. You won't be able to change the single taps or anything. You won't be able to use spatial audio. You won't be able to receive notifications such as text messages and Twitter and just other notifications for your social medias. None of those things work on Android devices. This is strictly an iOS thing. So if you're wondering, you're walking into a store and you're an Android user, my suggestion is the Galaxy Buds or something else. If you're familiar with those type of brands like the FE Buds, which are only $99 and come with ANC, transparency, and all types of features. And they also have a readback mode, a little bit different than Apple, obviously, but nevertheless, it exists. It does exist for other devices. It's just that Apple strictly uses their services with their chips and their chipsets with their phones and tablets and computers and things like that, so it works seamlessly. And just don't want you to purchase something and think you're going to get the full experience if you're using Android. Strictly Apple. Keep that in mind. So I'm just going to start this part off by saying that the music quality in these buds are extremely good. And I can honestly say out of all the earbuds that I've reviewed so far that are open ear, keep in mind open ear, these probably sound the best overall when it comes to quality of bass and just clarity of voice and things like that. So to give you an example of what it is that I'm talking about, there's a negative aspect to that, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, but let me get the positives out of the way first. So some of the songs I listened to is You Shook Me, what's it called? You Shook Me All Night. I forget what it's called, but it's an AC/DC song. I played Highway to Hell, TNT, Hell's Bells, Back to Black, Thunderstick, I think that's what it's called, Thunderstruck. I did do a couple Judas Priest songs. We had the Cyberpunk Library, Resist and Disorder, or whatever it's called, Never Fade Away. I played Disturbed, Down with the Sickness, Falling in Reverse. I played 3 of their songs, Zombified. I forget what the other ones are called, but there's some pretty decent songs. I did Gary Clark Jr. That's the song that played at the end of the Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad, one of those movies with DC, but it's called Come Together. But the point is that I just did different genres, rap, future, fuck up some commas. I played a couple Common songs just to get the smooth grooving going. I played a couple of the older Nas songs just to see how it sounds with these current earbuds, and the music wasn't remastered, of course, and everything sounds really, really good. As a matter of fact, if you put on the head tracking feature and the spatial audio feature, which these actually do have built in, I can honestly say that it's super good. Like normally I don't use spatial audio on any earbud because it doesn't quite feel correct. Like, you turn your head, it's completely dead in one ear, and it's like, even though it works well, it feels like it's an extra feature that many people won't use. On the Apple devices, now keep in mind, this is only going to work on Apple. If you use these for your Android, I don't know why you would buy them for your Android at all. You could just get Galaxy Buds or something else that works just as well. But for the Apple users, this is a strictly Apple review for the most part. The quality of sound is just really good. I was going to the laundromat, I went to the market, different things, and as I'm speaking to people, it even has features that allow the volume to go down while I'm talking to somebody else, and it does a really good job of it. And granted, other earbuds do this. It just feels like Apple paid closer attention to these features because they know, and I'm not even trying to be mean when I say this, they don't offer as much when it comes to like Soundcore by Anchor with certain packages. So they perfect what it is that they have. And for the average person, or even a person that's not the average user, this is going to be good enough for them. So in addition to just having that clear, concise sound, the quality of the music, and I love jamming. So I'm out here just, jamming my head, listening to all these songs, Samurai and all these different groups. And I'm like, it feels like I'm wearing a well, you get the point. These are the in-ears. It doesn't feel like it. The quality of the bass and stuff feels like you're wearing in-ear earbuds. Now, here's the negative aspect of that. Once you get outside in the real world, it is not going to feel the same way. Granted, if you're walking on a quiet block or you're in a semi-quiet neighborhood, you can turn up the volume and you can block out a lot of that noise, but at the cost of your eardrums. I did feel like when I played these above 60, 70%, the quality didn't fade. The quality didn't suffer at all. It just felt like it was so much noise being pushed into my ears that it caused soreness for me personally, but it may not be that way for somebody else. I do want to also say, if you're on a train or the subway, these don't really block out the sound. Like if you're on a R train or something, like the more luxury line trains, you're fine. If you're in a busy hustle and bustle Philadelphia, Broad Street line, things like that, you're going to hear the screeching, you're going to hear all the babies yelling, you're going to hear the crackheads crying, begging for change. You probably will hear a lot of stuff that you don't want to hear, but that open ear aspect still does allow you to be able to look around and be aware of what's happening around you. And that's all I really got to say. I don't have anything negative to say about the music. The bass sound good, and this is me just trying out the spatial audio aspect. Keep in mind, I can go to the settings of the headphones and music and actually change the equalizer if I want to. I didn't have to do that, and I was that satisfied with the quality. So for the person out there that wants to put it on like a bass boost or something like that, you're going to love it. And I can honestly say I can see why they're doing well. I just have a big problem with that mediocre 5-hour battery life, and then the talk time is even less than that. But at the end of the day, this is Apple standard, so that's unfortunate. So this right here is going to be an audio sample of the AirPods 4s for anyone that's interested in how clear or lack of quality that the earbuds have. I'll leave it up to you, the consumer, to decide that for this section of the video. Now, in order to get this in a recording, I'm just going to let you guys know what I actually used. Samsung has a recording app where if you go to the settings itself, it gives you the option to use the Bluetooth audio in the settings when it's available. So let's say you connect the headset and then you go back to hit record. Before you do so, it'll let you know that it's using the actual audio from whatever Bluetooth you currently have equipped. So that is one way of getting accurately the quality of the microphone. So hopefully this sounds good to you guys. I have to review it after the fact. So let's kind of go over everything and whether these are worth the asking price. Now, of course, I'm going to insert my personal opinion in this video. It's really up to you guys to decide what you want. I'm not here to tell you not to buy them. They do work seamlessly with the notifications, with different applications. I do like that. The spatial audio on these are pretty good. I'm sure the ANC and stuff on the $179 pair is going to be better. But the fact that you have to pay like $50 more just to get ANC, transparency, and wireless charging, I don't like stuff being locked behind a paywall like that. These aren't, I'm not going to say they're not great headphones, but I don't think they're worth $180. $130 is honestly pushing it for the lack of features that these have. Everything works with Apple. And because all the AirPods from 2 and up work the same way for the most part with Apple when it comes to their mechanics, I don't look at what they're offering anymore as being good. Back then it was good with AirPod 2s, but now you got to offer a whole lot more in the market. But we do have decent call quality, so that's a good thing. If you're talking in subways, underground, and things like that, it works very well. Battery life is bare bones and basic, so that's nothing to really write home about. But you're still getting over 24 hours of battery life included with the earbuds and the case itself. I forget the IP rating, but it is what it is. It's Apple. It probably never really changes for any of their earbuds. They are good. Don't get me wrong. The music quality was great. I loved it. Using them at work, getting notifications. I don't have a watch right now. I have to get an Apple Watch later, which I'll do that at a pawn shop or something. I'm not paying the regular prices. But when that happens, the earbuds with notifications have been working well for me. And it does have spatial audio with, I believe it's head tracking or whatever it is. So everything works very well. If you buy this and you're an Apple user, you should have no issues whatsoever. Worst case scenario, the hardest thing that you have to deal with is probably just the fit and the fill itself, because not everyone's ears can necessarily fit these. They are open ear. Personally, the AirPod Pros, even the first generation, will be better than this if we're talking about listening experience and overall, but they're not bad. And in addition to that, I do want to say that what really separates Apple from the others also, most brands, is that you can get insurance on the device too. And Apple stores are practically in every state, probably in the United States. I could be wrong about that, but where I am, there's definitely multiple of them in Pennsylvania. So at the end of the day, great sound, great quality of music. Notifications, it works seamlessly with your device. When you answer calls and things like that, you can do the head tracking, hang up and answer and all that stuff when you turn your head and all that. It's not bad at all, but $129 for what this offers, in my opinion. If you take Apple out of the equation of the like notifications and things like that with the dynamic island and just look at the earbuds for what they are, they're not better than the Samsung Buds FE that are $99. That come with ANC, transparency mode, and all the other features that you would want. It doesn't make sense to me to pay more money, but I do understand for people out there that are into contracts, you could pay like a couple dollars a month for them. Or, if you just want to buy one headset, I would suggest even a pair of Beats might be better for you, because they have excellent call quality also. And, they have a substantial better battery life. I feel like Apple is taking a back seat with their earbuds now when I compare them to Beats and Beats Solo Buds and all the other ones. It's like you can get more for your money, but to each their own. I'm not here to tell you not to buy. Do what you want. Anyway, like and subscribe like always, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. I do have another one coming up for you eventually. I actually rebought I actually got an iPhone 15. That's what I'm recording off of. Here's the funny part. For anyone that watches the quality of this video, certain parts of the video is going to be super, super sharp. If you're wondering why, it's because I was recording with an S24 FE. But this part is being recorded with an iPhone 15 front camera in HD. I leave everything on HD, and I'm not trying to have a crazy big file. But anyway, like and subscribe like always. I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Peace.